Hi, I'm Dan.
And I'm Can.
And this is a Candid Conversation. Weekly podcast where we do different things in a short form. A lot of times Candy asks a question. Sometimes we watch videos.
Mm-hmm.
Today, Candy's got a question.
I got new hair, too.
She got new hair.
So I'm still getting used to it. So
I'm still trying to
no
grow
rude
mine
comments.
in. It looks good.
Go on.
She's mad at me.
No.
She doesn't like me anymore. This is the last Candid Conversation ever.
Don't say that. That's rude and sad.
So, before we get started, if you're watching on YouTube, give us a like, follow, and subscribe. We'd appreciate that greatly.
Look at you.
And then if you're watching or listening on a streamer, 5 stars. We'd help that out greatly.
Thank you.
We had a little discussion beforehand about when or when not we should do that. Then at the end,
just remind them.
Yes. What's your
We're
question?
just trying something different.
Oh, and reach out to us down below in the links, dannycan.com. What do you have for us?
I don't know if I've asked this question before, but I just thought I would ask it because it's in one of my journal pages where I keep track of podcast ideas that I want to do. What are I thought we could ask or talk about the good things about having deconstructed or left Christianity, right? But also the bad things about it. Have I ever asked that one?
Yes, we talked about that last week.
Okay, never mind.
No, I'm just kidding.
I might have, but let's talk about it again if we have.
So,
well, let's start with should we start with the bad?
Yeah.
All right. What are the things we miss about Christianity?
I wouldn't say I'm missing it much, Bob.
Is that from Caddyshack?
No.
Oh.
Office Space.
Office Space.
So it looks like you've been missing a lot of work here lately. I wouldn't say I've been missing it, Bob.
Does everybody else have someone in their life, or maybe you're that person that remembers all the lines from movies, and then the other person who doesn't have a clue what movie you're quoting?
Anyways,
he's the movie quoter.
I'm trying to think what I miss. I mean, there's the obvious, the community. But honestly, do I miss it? No, because it was fake.
I miss the idea of what it could have been, what we thought it was supposed to be, right? What we thought it was. We didn't realize that it was, even in it, you felt it didn't feel as authentic. I mean, there were some authentic relationships.
Well, for the people leaving it, I think what I found on my journey, let me talk about myself a little bit here. There was more of the missing earlier on, but as I've gotten farther and farther out and reflected back on it and started seeing it and just been like, God damn, there was a lot of bullshit going on in there. So on the community, it was like, yeah, I missed the community and all the people we had and all the connections we had. But as it came farther and farther away, it was like, well, the community was fake. It was all put on.
It wasn't fake. It was based on something it was built on sand, basically, is what I'd say. It was shifting.
There was a lot of masking going on. You didn't really, there was a few individuals you might have got to know a little bit, the oversharers in the Christian group of, here's what I do. I'm this and that, and I'm horrible, and I did all this. It's like, remember the one time where we were in that one church and they're doing altar calls or something. The lady comes up. It's like, I have an addiction to porn.
I don't remember this.
We were with our friends.
Don't say names.
That used to work for her. Oh. And her husband. And this lady walks up to the front and they're like, what do we need to pray for? And it was very much an evangelical
altar call.
Just that type of church, right?
Oh, like a charismatic.
Charismatic. There'd be tongues being spoke, and then we need an interpretation, and 3 people would have different interpretations. Yeah. Well, they're doing altar calls on what I had a feeling today. Someone needs to lay something upon the Lord for us to pray about. This lady walks up, gets up to the microphone, just this demure little lady, just, I have an addiction to pornography. And then, and the guy sitting next to me is like, what is it? Like a Sears catalog or something? And I'm like, it's probably a Lust in a Dust book or something like that.
Yeah,
but
probably.
That she's saying that she has this issue with. So.
Oh, and she just felt like, she was trying to come clean
She
so she
felt
could
the
feel
guilt.
better because
Yeah.
she felt guilt and
Yeah.
shame. And the reason she felt guilt and shame is because of the culture. But maybe it was called, and because of I'm not saying, I don't know. I feel like the books, they're probably just bad. I don't know. The videos and stuff that get snagged, like young boys, especially, I think those can be very damaging.
I think the books can be very damaging to.
That's probably true.
Because it's very much about fantasizing a romantic relationship.
That's true. And then reality falls, it hits
your
different.
mate never matches up to what's happening. Well, you're not riding in on a horse barebacked with long hair flowing, or the white button-down shirt and the rippling muscles and the throbbing penis.
Why are you talking like this?
And swooping me off the beach and carrying me off into the cove. And,
yeah, you're right. There could be some, I don't know. I don't read those kind of books. Apparently you do, but
my mom had a bunch and we all knew about it.
But I can see how those would be detrimental too, because they build this fantasy world, then reality, which can be much more rewarding, right? Because there's more to it. It's got some depth. But reality also has messiness.
Yeah.
And that takes away all the mess, because it's not.
Yeah, it's the perfect ideal.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when
It wouldn't be great, though, if it was real life. Because
we're completely off topic, but fuck it. We're going to go wherever we go, and you're going to stay here. We got the microphones, and you're going to listen to what we have to say.
And they can just click off of it, a swoosh of a button.
We were watching, There's Something About Mary the other day,
a
couple weeks ago with the kids, to be like, hey, let's go back to the 2000s and watch a movie from then and see how much it wouldn't work today. And you're like, I knew someone that was like, I always wanted to marry Cameron Diaz because...
Not Cameron Diaz. They wanted a person that was like her in character. And I'm like...
And look at what was the Farrelly brothers did with that. They made the stereotypical ideal woman. She loved watching sports. She wanted to eat hot dogs at a game. She wanted to come home and chill and drink beers and watch Sports Center at night. She
was sexy when they wanted her to be and not sexy when, but yet sporty and all the things. She would, but yet, all the things that you would want.
Hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken wings. She was
eating all the crap, staying really thin. Doing undressing in front of the window every day for some weird reason, So she was just all the things that they would fantasize.
In an attractive women's body.
Yeah, but yet she was a woman. Yeah. But she liked all the things that your best buddy would like or something. Yeah. And just, never got offended, never got upset about anything other than, what was it in the final thing that she kind of got offended about at the climax?
Lion.
Cute.
All the guys were...
Oh, yeah, the guys. The lion. That was it, as long as she knew. Yeah, so
and she wanted just an ordinary guy. She was the biggest catch in the whole group.
Everybody wanted her.
And she could have anyone she wanted. She was going against... Her. She had Brett Favre, for crying out loud. But she just wanted some ordinary fat slob with ketchup on his shirt and... rib sauce dripping down his chin.
Yeah, it was so but obnoxiously that was the joke unreal.
That they were writing.
Yeah, it was just obnoxious.
We knew people that are like, that is the ideal woman.
Yeah.
It's like you realize this is a comedy and this is the character
they are blowing it out as a joke.
This is a joke.
Yeah.
No one's like this.
Yeah.
But it's that fantasy
But
thing.
some of these guys got it in their head that exists and you better meet that. It's kind of like these alpha bros, what they want with these women, And speaking of that, maybe we'll take a little tangent here about the alpha bros. The alpha bros. I mean, this is the stuff I don't miss. I guess in a way, we're still on topic because the stuff I don't miss is the idealization of everything. This is how it's supposed to be. And if it's not that, you got to keep striving for that instead of go, well, maybe this is what it is. And maybe this is really good right in front of me. Maybe there's something really good here, but I can't see it because I have this fantasy in my head I can't get out of my head, and I'm supposed to keep chasing that because that's the goal, right? That's perfection.
Well,
in Christianity, there's so much talk about perfection. Like God is perfect.
Yeah,
what does that even mean?
Perfect ideal, but you're in the sinful world that's imperfect.
But you're supposed to, but that's what's wrong.
So
and
you
you're supposed to try to make it perfect.
How can you really enjoy something in the world at this time? Because it's imperfect. It's
well,
sinful.
You don't. And that's why they also always have that catch. You can't enjoy it too much.
Yeah.
Because it is sinful. Everything is sin at the core, basically, is what they would say. So, and that's why even as I was deconstructing, having this, whenever and I still struggle with this time, whenever I'm feeling really, really good, there's this nagging, like, the shoe's going to drop. Like, don't enjoy this too much. Like, pull back your enjoyment a little bit. Like, something, let's balance it out with some negativity here.
You need some, humble pie served up to you because you're getting really boastful and prideful over here, little miss. Just
enjoying something is boastful and prideful. Think about. I mean, it's crazy, but you're not supposed to enjoy things. Let's talk about the things that are good since we left. Pretty much everything in our life got better.
It did. All the promises that we had in the faith of what was going to happen if you followed Jesus.
Of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, self-control. All of those increased.
Someone read their Bible in Sunday school.
What is that? The fruits of the Spirit? Yeah, all of those increased.
Came after we left the faith.
Yes. And naturally, without having patience increased, without having to pray for patience, it just has happened.
Yeah.
Because life is the best teacher, not
joy,
praying. And even I was talking to
don't mention names.
Well, okay. I was talking to someone about prayer, and they were saying how prayer now is something entirely different, because in a way you offer it out to the universe. At least this is how I do it. And if you don't pray, that's fine too. And I don't usually call it prayer, but it is kind of prayer. It's this communication with something bigger than myself. Putting in an idea of like, hey, I want this. This is something I want to aim for. This is a goal I have. And it's kind of offered up as, whether I verbalize it or not, it's this want, this desire that gets born. And then listening for the ideas, or paying attention, being in the present moment enough to notice, there's an opportunity there, and saying yes to it. Walking in those opportunities, not just saying, I'm waiting on God. God's got to drop it in my lap. So now prayer then becomes this interactive thing, and it's effective. It actually is effective, and it does things. And, whereas in Christianity, it was more like tossing a coin. She said it was like tossing a coin in a fountain and like begging, please, 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 and having no clue if it was going to happen or not. So just a very, even the things that we were taught to do in Christianity, like prayer, like spending time, like quiet time. Now my quiet time, I'm actually going to probably read something where I'm going to learn something, whether it be fiction or not. I'm going to learn something from it, or I'm going to spend time like improving myself.
You never learned anything from the Bible while reading that in your quiet time and reflective moments with God?
After a while, you kind of, until I started to see it differently, you're reading the same stuff over and over. Let's be honest.
She never were a Christian.
Read the same in a year. Read in a year. Yeah. Remember those?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was a real struggle once you got past Exodus.
There were certain books that were brutal.
Brutal. You get past Exodus in the Old Testament.
Leviticus and like Numbers. Numbers was just numbers. It literally is just numbers.
Yeah.
Some of the other stuff in the middle, you could get there's stories in there. You'd be like, this is kind of interesting to read. But still, you didn't have a clue.
You wouldn't get the prayer of Jabez without it.
God, remember that one. Oh, I remember that kick that Christians got on.
The prayer of Jabez.
Yeah, you got to pray that prayer, which is, in a way, also prayer in Christianity was very witchcrafty.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're just trying to manipulate the God to do what you want, and to like, sometimes I remember prayers by people that would harm somebody else that they didn't like.
How many prayers once we left the faith were said about us to put up a hedge, or hedge us in, or whatever, or let us fall into the hands of the devil, so we repent and come back.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, it's almost like wishing ill on people in a way.
But it's out of love, so that we come back to the fold of the Lord.
I don't know. There's just, I will say to anybody who is maybe at the beginning of deconstruction, as you continue on this journey, you don't know exactly where you're going to end up. And it can change. We're still on the journey. I think it's, you're not just deconstructing a religion, you're deconstructing your culture, which Christian culture is very strange culture, but that is our culture. Instead of having the culture of like, hey, I grew up in Morocco. I grew up in evangelical Christianity, which is very just like It's not the greatest culture,
Yeah.
but that's really what it is. Like sometimes I feel like as a white person, we don't have a lot of culture, and it's almost like this Christian culture that some of us got that is just ugh, and I don't like it. I don't want to pull it into my life anymore. But I don't know where I was going with that. Well, I don't know what I started to say, but there you go.
There we go. Drink. Candy went on a tangent.
And then it just
she didn't have an end to
it's like,
the ending dropped away. It fleeted her. Menopause, right?
It's like when you go to take a bite of something really good and you're going, you can just taste it already and it just falls right on the ground. You don't get it in your mouth. There's no reward.
Does this happen a lot to you?
No, but I just had that visual. I don't know where I was going with it. I feel like there was a point to what I was saying.
There probably was.
Can you help? Can you even remember, or were you not listening?
I was listening.
I don't think so.
I was.
Then tell me what I was saying.
I have no idea where
exactly,
you're going.
because you were not listening.
Some people's kids, I tell you. This guy. But yeah.
Things get better. That's what I was trying to say.
Things get better. A lot. Yeah, and that's what we found because
it's taken a long time, but it does get better.
We actually became biblical Christians after we left the faith.
We became more like Christ's teachings. We follow Christ's teachings more than we ever did before. Is that what you mean? Yeah. Like love your neighbor as yourself.
Yeah.
Well, love yourself is a big thing. Learning how to do that. Because I remember in Christianity, you'll naturally love yourself. And I was like, no, I fucking don't know how to love myself. Yeah. I actually hate myself. And I really did for a very long time.
Yeah.
Learning how to love myself was a big deal because it made it easier to love everybody else around me and actually relax a little bit about things. And our relationship got better with our children, with ourselves, with our friends now that are in our life know us as we are. We don't have to pretend. We can be authentic. We can have differences of opinions, but yet they're not walking away. We do not all believe the same things, and it's okay. I don't know. I feel like we're happier. Yeah. We're healthier.
Definitely. We've been able to explore more because in the faith, you had the fear of the world, and don't get involved in that too much. It's going to pull you away. Well, there was truth to that because it did pull us away, but it wasn't to our detriment at all. No. It made us more well-rounded, more educated, more experiential of the world around us, and we were able to accept and enjoy the things were around us, and it didn't cause us any harm.
No, and what I would say, if you're early in deconstruction and you still have this fear of like hell or God punishing you, why hasn't God punished us at all? Why have we been rewarded for walking away? And some Christians might even fully in it might say, it's because there's sin has a season, because there's a Bible verse that says something like that. Like, you're getting a little bit of it now, but you're gonna pay for it later. First of all, that's pretty cruel if a God is doing that. I would not like that God, because it's like, teach us our lesson right away so we don't get sucked away into it. Yeah. But you know what? Like, I loved Jesus, and I loved Jesus with all my heart and with everything in me. Like we were raising our children up in it. We were wholeheartedly in this thing. And yet we've walked away, and all the things that I craved so badly when I was a Christian. I craved having a healthy marriage. I craved having good relationships with my children. Just, they knew I loved them. Having a closeness with them, being able to talk about everything with them feeling safe, having a home that felt peaceful and safe, being able to love myself and unconditionally, being able to be curious about the world and explore things and have peace and have love and joy and all those things. Those things have just multiplied, and they multiply over and over all the time. Yeah. I mean, like, we're getting rewarded. And first of all, if God's doing that, if the evangelical God is doing that, he's super deceptive.
Yeah.
Or maybe we're on the right track, is what I'm saying. Like, there's something to this.
To that deception, it's like, what game are you playing? Because people are going to look and be like, look at those two. They don't follow any sort of organized religion, and they're enjoying everything. I kind of like that.
I would love to be able to do that, but I can't do that because I don't want to go to hell.
We're going to start pulling people alongside of us. So God's up there going, I want you guys to go out and enjoy all this stuff, and I'm going to give you all these blessings so you can pull as many people away from me as possible so then I can punish them later.
Yeah, that doesn't even, I mean, and would you want to spend eternity with a God who does that kind of stuff? Like, no, or You judge by the fruits, like Jesus said. Like, is there more love, joy, peace? And like, that's what we've noticed.
Yeah.
It's out here. It is out here. And we love everybody. I don't hold judgments on people. I don't go, oh, you're of this belief or you're of this, so therefore you're going to hell, because we don't believe in a heaven or a hell.
Yeah.
Do we believe in something afterlife? Do I believe we continue on? I do, but I don't care if you don't.
Yeah. And I just look at the balance now. Our lives we still have stress. We still have anxiety.
Yeah, we still have life
it's
circumstances.
Pretty low stress, low anxiety. We enjoy the day to day. We enjoy each other. We enjoy everything that's around us. We're just accepting and taking in everything.
It's not that our circumstances, we still live similarly.
Yeah.
Right? Well, except for I'm pursuing a career, which I wasn't doing before. We still live similarly to what we were before in the fact that we're still married, we're still raising children, blah, blah, blah. But the inner world has changed so much that it is showing up in the outer world in ways that are not really tangible, but yet.
Yeah, we're more light, we're more enjoyable, we're happy, just the joy in us. And then I look at people that we knew back when we were in faith that are still in it, and they're kind of dour and stressed and anxious and constantly just
the negative of the world. It's all just horrible. And we see that there's problems in the world for sure, but there's also a lot of hope in that. And sometimes in history, you got to go out through some hard shit to get some good stuff. But yeah, they're just like, Jesus, come back. Come on, take us out of here. This sucks. Life is the worst ever.
Yeah, we're not looking for an escape.
No.
We're looking at, hey, let's try to enjoy as much as we can for as long as we can. And a lot of the Christians we know are looking for that quick escape. Jesus, come back and judge everyone, and let's just end this today.
Yeah.
Please. Where are you? Where are you? Come on, it's today.
So they're not really engaged in getting the world set going on a track that's healthier and better for all of us. Instead, they're like, we're going to be checking out here, so it doesn't matter. It's supposed to all burn.
Yeah, we don't care.
And so, yeah. Anyways, so basically the point is like deconstruction has been nothing but good, really. And if the only thing I would say we miss is the idea of community, of what we thought it could be, but we are working on building that. And, we're working on things to help build that for people around us. And maybe even you at some point, if you want to, we're working on some things behind the scenes to help people have community in these areas. So
be looking for that. And you know where you can find that at? In the description down below at dannycan.com. Well, we'll have links and just our website, and you can find different things we're working on. Once we get them out, we'll put them there.
And subscribe and like. And
subscribe and like. Right up there, Cam. Point at it. Right there. Subscribe and like. And follow, and 5 stars and all that good stuff. So, but yeah, everything's been just truly blessed since we abandoned Jesus.
We're not saying it's been perfect. What we're saying is it's better. By far.
Yeah.
By far better.
By far. So, bye.
Bye. More.